This is Smokin' Dave, and you're listening to a man who got in a car accident less than 1 hour after getting his driver's license. It's the Kevin Friedman Show.
Hey now, it's Tuesday, April 24th, and another SportsGossip.com podcast is on the air. I'm your host, Kevin Friedman, along with my announcer, Smokin' Dave, and together we will bring you 10 of the hottest stories off the SportsGossip.com website. Dave, get us started with story number 1.
Flyers Claude Giroux laid out a Penguins player before getting eliminated.
There's nothing better than playoff hockey, and this is one of the reasons why. Pittsburgh beat Philly Sunday to win the series in 6 games, and in the second period of Game 6, Flyers Claude Giroux laid out Carl Hagelin. It's a must-see hit. You can go watch the hit on SportsGossip.com if you haven't already seen it. The hit was totally clean. Phil Kessel tried to retaliate instantly, tried to pick a fight, but ended up getting a penalty for it. Now everyone's making a big deal out of this hit, and it was a great hit, but you compare it to the 1977 Flyers, and it's an average hit. If you haven't seen the HBO documentary Broad Street Bullies, I highly recommend you go watch it right now. Pause this podcast, go watch it, then come back. If you think hockey is a tough man sport these days, the 77 Flyers make hockey players today look like ballerinas. Anyways, Pittsburgh moves on. They'll play the Washington Capitals in the second round. That should be a hell of a series. If you consider yourself a sports fan and you're not watching the NHL playoffs, then you are missing out. Dave, what's next?
Greetings from the Bahamas from Paulina Gretzky.
Yes, the Great One's daughter was on vacation in the Bahamas with one of her friends, and the two of them posted a bunch of bikini pictures and more. You can go to sportsgossip.com to check them out. Now, I'm pretty sure Paulina is married with a kid, and I'm not sure what financial gain she gets from posting these pictures, but she posted them anyways, so I'm going to check them out. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about this, but if I'm her husband, I would be complaining about this. What does she have to gain from just posting a bunch of bikini pics to random strangers? I mean, she's married and she has a kid. I don't get what she gains from a bunch of random pervs like Smokin' Dave staring at her pictures. Dave, did you check these out?
Oh yeah, and let's just say I am a full 2 inches right now.
My point exactly. What's the next story?
Ladies drinking juice with the juice.
OJ was back at his favorite bar, the Grape Street Wine Bar and Cellar, which he pretty much goes to every night, and he was taking pictures with a few different ladies, which you can go to sportsgossip.com to check out for yourself. And obviously, Fred Goldman is not a listener of this podcast because I gave him fantastic advice on a few different of my podcasts. Yet here's OJ back at his favorite bar, which he goes to every night, flirting with the chicks, taking pictures. And Fred, you're letting it happen. You know where he goes every single night. All it takes for him to break his parole is to drink too much or smoke some weed. Freddie, hire a hot chick, go in there and flirt with him, take him home, smoke some weed, set him up, get him back in jail. The guy killed your son. Anyone in your position would do the same thing. Just do it already. The next OJ story I want to do is OJ breaks his parole, back in jail, thanks to a setup from Fred Goldman. Dave, what's next?
Genie Bouchard has a twin sister.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never heard of Genie Bouchard before I read this story, but now I'm a big fan. She is one sexy girl. She's a rising tennis star and SI swimsuit model. And guess what? She has a twin sister named Beatrice, and Beatrice is pretty gorgeous herself. You can go to sportsgossip.com to check out pictures of the sisters from Instagram, both in bikinis, both looking great, and I'm a member of the Bouchard Sister Fan Club. Dave, you ever been with twins?
Back in 2006, I almost had a threesome with the Winklevoss twins. You know, those guys from Facebook? But they turned me down at the last minute.
If only they knew what they were missing. What's next?
Gamer beats Mike Tyson's punchout blindfolded.
A YouTube gamer named MPAP went through the whole Mike Tyson's punchout game blindfolded and won it in under 21 minutes. He posted a video on YouTube, which you can check out at sportsgossip.com. He seems pretty proud of his accomplishment, but if you ask me, he's just a big-time nerd. I mean, how long did he train to win a game blindfolded? I mean, what a waste of time. And the sad thing is he only has 93 subscribers on YouTube, so he's not making any money off of this. He's just some nerd who likes to play video games and wanted to impress people thinking he can win Mike Tyson blind. Whoop-de-doo, you dork. Alright, that's 5 stories down, 5 to go. We gotta take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Hey there, do you have terrible gas? Do you get embarrassed when you let one out in public and everyone's looking at you? Well, don't you worry about it anymore, because I'm Robert Gutenberger, brother of Police Academy star Steve Gutenberger, and you can hire me to follow you around all day and take the blame for your horrible gas. I'll come to your office, I'll come to your home, I don't care where you are. I'll follow you around, and when you let out that terrible gas, I will tell everyone around that it was me. So hire me, Robert Gutenberger, and all your gas problems will be gone. You can contact me at GutenbergerGasman@AOL.com.
And we're back. Dave, give us that next story.
Angels fan gets tossed out with the trash during fight in the stands.
We here at the SportsGossip.com podcast love fights in the stands, and this was a pretty decent one Sunday in Anaheim. You can go to sportsgossip.com to check out the fight on video. It's about a minute long, and at the end, one of the guys who was throwing punches gets picked up and thrown literally about 4 rows. And my question during this is, where is security? I mean, for a full minute, you see everyone going at it, and not one security person around. Anyways, it was a pretty decent fight. You can go to sportsgossip.com to check it out for yourself, and we will let you know the next time there's a fight in the stands at a baseball game. Dave, what's next?
This one is a sportsgossip.com exclusive. Aaron Judge and Britt Hodges Instagram official.
SportsGossip.com was the first to break the news that Judge spent the weekend entertaining Britt Hodges, and Monday Hodges posted a picture of the two on her Instagram. You can go to sportsgossip.com to check out the picture, and we want to thank the New York Post for featuring sportsgossip.com in their article about Aaron Judge and Britt Hodges. As always, when an athlete is dating a hot model, sportsgossip.com is usually the first to find out about it because we have the best tipsters in the business. If you want to be one of our tipsters, it's as easy as going to our website and clicking on the tip link. Dave, what's next?
The Greek Freak gets shut down at Mexican restaurant.
Oh, come on. You're going to make me say this guy's name? Can't I just call him the Greek Freak? Come on. I'm going to screw this up, but here goes. A Milwaukee restaurant issued a public apology on Sunday night after a social media post revealed it did not accommodate Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo in time. Bel Air Cantina, a chain of 6 Mexican restaurants in the Milwaukee area, tried to save face by going on Twitter and apologizing profusely and offering free tacos. If you ask me, if I was the owner of this restaurant, I wouldn't be apologizing. It goes to show my restaurant treats every customer the same, whether it's the Greek Freak or you. I wouldn't be happy if I was sitting waiting for a table and the Greek Freak walked in and took my table. Just because he plays in the NBA, he should get a table ahead of me. We got a caller on the line. Oh boy, it's Ivan Babushka. Ivan, what do you got to say?
Milosh, Kevin, I would like to tell the Greek Freak that if he comes to Ivan Babushka's Dining Emporium, he can get in right away. I will never make him wait. And if he needs to use the bathroom, he is first dibs on the best toilet.
All right, I'm sure someone will pass that right along to the Greek Freak. Dave, what's next?
Baker Mayfield hung up on Brett Favre's agent.
Favre's agent is Bus Cook, and he reportedly asked Mayfield about being recruited by Oklahoma, which he was not. He actually had to walk on at Texas Tech before transferring to Oklahoma. So Mayfield basically said, I gotta go, and hung up on him. Mayfield revealed this on his latest episode of his show, Behind Baker. Now, first off, why does this guy have a show? He should be focusing on football. I'm sick of hearing about this guy already. I've done a story on him last week. I have to do a story on him this week. For all I know, this guy's going to stink in the NFL. Until he proves that he can play, I'm sick of hearing about him, and I don't want to do stories about him. Dave, give us that final story.
Daniel Mazzone, the sports world's go-to artist.
Daniel used to be homeless on the streets of Toronto. Now he makes over $20,000 per piece of artwork. His clients include Jose Batista and Tampa Bay Rays owner Randy Frankel, among many others. His artwork pays tribute to some of the world's greatest athletes, including Michael Jordan, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth. I don't know why he hasn't commissioned one on me yet. You can go to sportsgossip.com and check out his work. Dave, do you own any sports art?
I have a naked statue of Fernando Valenzuela in my dining room.
Well, I'm going to bypass the question, why do you have a naked statue of Fernando Valenzuela? But my question is, why do you have it in the dining room?
Why do you think? I like to stare at it when I'm eating.
Of course you do. And that'll wrap things up on the SportsGossip.com podcast. I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank my announcer, Smokin' Dave. And remember, for these stories and much, much more, go to SportsGossip.com. Our next podcast is this Friday. And until then, we'll see you next time.